How many more American lives are we willing to sacrifice for a strategy that many say has already failed? That is the explosive question that sparked a massive confrontation on Capitol Hill this week, leading to a rare, sharp rebuke from a top-ranking military official against a sitting member of Congress. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and keeps us bringing you the truth behind the headlines. The drama unfolded Tuesday during a House Armed Services Committee hearing. Central Command Commander Admiral Brad Cooper was in the hot seat, facing intense scrutiny regarding the administration's military operations against Iran. Democrat Representative Seth Moulton, a Marine Corps Iraq War veteran and a vocal critic of the current administration's foreign policy, didn't hold back. He directly challenged the admiral, questioning how many more Americans would have to die because of what he described as a failed strategy. Moulton pointed to the instability in the Strait of Hormuz, rising oil prices, and persistent reports that Iran was rebuilding its missile infrastructure. He told the admiral point-blank that it doesn't seem to be going well and demanded to know the human cost of this alleged mistake. Admiral Cooper, however, was not about to let those characterizations stand. He immediately pushed back, firing a sharp rebuke at Moulton, calling his statement entirely inappropriate. When Moulton attempted to walk it back by claiming it was merely a question rather than a statement, the tension in the room was palpable. But this wasn't just a clash of personalities. It goes much deeper into the actual military reality on the ground. Since Operation Epic Fury kicked off on February 28, 14 U.S. service members have lost their lives. Democrats on the committee are leaning hard into the narrative that the administration is operating without a clear, viable strategy, and they are questioning whether these actions comply with the War Powers Resolution. Lawmakers like John Garamendi and Joe Courtney went as far as to label the ongoing blockade of Iranian ports and the continued skirmishes in the Strait of Hormuz as an act of war, arguing that the administration is effectively bypassing Congress. On the flip side, Admiral Cooper and the Republican members of the panel painted a very different picture. Cooper explicitly stated that the reports regarding Iran's reconstituted missile sites were inaccurate. He testified that the Iranian military is now significantly less capable than it was before the strikes and argued that U.S. military action has effectively derailed Iran's strategies across its nuclear, missile, and proxy networks. Chairman Mike Rogers even went as far as to say that this campaign has successfully rolled back 40 years of Iranian military investment, making both the United States and our allies safer. This hearing takes place against the backdrop of a high-stakes pause in operations. President Trump recently directed the military to halt planned strikes at the request of Gulf allies who claim that serious negotiations are underway. The goal? A deal that would ensure no nuclear weapons for Iran. It's a classic doctrine of unpredictability in action, striking hard one moment and pausing for diplomacy the next. So, what does this actually mean for the average American? We are seeing a fundamental divide on how to handle one of the world's most volatile regions. Is this a display of calculated strength that is bringing Iran to the negotiating table, or is it a drift toward an entanglement that Congress never authorized? The Democrats are demanding answers about the legal authority behind these hostilities, while the military leadership insists that their objectives are being met and that the threat from Tehran is being systematically dismantled. As the U.S. adheres to an ongoing ceasefire, the world is watching to see if this gamble on diplomacy pays off, or if the conflict is destined to flare up once again. What do you think about this? Do you believe the administration's strategy is working, or is Congressman Moulton right to be concerned about the cost of these operations? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The situation is evolving rapidly, and we will be here to track every development as it happens. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage on the issues that matter most to our nation.